what do you say about your work-life balance? Combining work. I know right now it's pandemic and she's working from home pretty much, but sometimes how do you manage handle all of those work, family, husband, kid and everything? How do you manage?
Thank you. Yeah, of course, it's something one must always think about. Balance is very important, because if you don't find balance in everything you do, either you fall, you crack, or you collapse, or anything. So that balance is important. And talking about work-life balance is a big one. One thing I do is, number one, I set priorities. So everything must have its own ranking number. So family is number one for me, by God's grace. So of course, my faith, number one, my relationship with the Lord, and then that follows family. So which is my husband, and then my daughter, and then of course the church, and then my work. So, and how do I balance all of this? Number one, when I know where I put all those things in terms of priority, then organization follows.
Okay.
So I try as much as possible to stay organized, because if you are not organized, being disorganized can even disorganize you.
Sure,
So
it does.
It does quite a lot, especially for women. You can crash under emotional issues and all of that.
You're overwhelmed.
Exactly. So being organized, an organization could be so as little as having a routine, writing things down. This has to stay here. And I also make sure that a daughter understand that as well, that okay, this has to stay here. Everything in the house should have its own house. So that's organization. So because it helps you even when you're rushing, you know where to pick this, you know where to get that. And another thing I also do is I have a schedule. In fact, I usually go with a planner. So when I'm being dragged to do this, do that, I look at my planner. Can I accommodate this? Is this something I can do? And then I check. I say, okay, yeah, I still have time. Okay, I can do this. All right. And I do some work for the church as well. So I try to make sure that, okay, this will not affect my job. I work from this time to this time. Okay, I want to make sure I'm faithful to my company. They're paying me for it, so I stick to that. I try to, stick to that. So, and then I accommodate as many things I can accommodate that are within the slot I have reserved. And then for the home, in terms of caring for the home and all of that, so I use this drop off. Sometimes I just set time aside and say between this time and this time I want to do some shopping online, and then I do pick up. So once I do that shopping, maybe when my husband is coming from work,
these are great tips. Trust me,
I can just ask him to do pick up while I'm getting other things ready in the house. So that helps a lot. So I don't have to be running up and down in the store. So I try to stay organized as much as I can. And another thing I do is I also daily ask the Lord for strength. Because sometimes when you don't depend on the Lord, you will see that you may not have a good day sometimes. Because there are issues that might crop up at work that you need wisdom. Because the job is a leadership role. You need wisdom, you need to think, you need to be able to help to solve some problems. So I always depend on the Lord. I take time to pray, especially starting my day with prayers. And sometimes I have to take some time apart to pray and seek God's help, and then commit the day into the Lord's hand, ask for wisdom, ask for guidance, and ask for more grace and strength. Because women, sometimes we don't take time to ask for strength. We can get tired easily. And of course, where I need to rest, I also rest. I take time to rest sometimes. And resting might not necessarily mean that you spend 2-3 hours. You could just be stretching your legs and
10,
just
15
taking a pause and just leave everything for a few minutes, and then you go back again. So it's been wonderful. But just to sum up, I make sure that I depend on the Lord. I tap strength from the Word of God a lot. I decorate my home with scriptures that can remind me of God's promises, and of course, prayers. I pray, I seek for help from the Lord, and also I do what I need to do, because God is also faithful. I need to do my part.
Sure.
So I make sure things are organized in the house, in the home, everywhere.